right, hey y'all. So I decided to come in and post this video first. I do have some other videos that I was going to post as the first episode, but I was like, you know what? Nope, this is called Talk Your Shift, and I'm just gonna go ahead and dive right in. Last week, life was lifing. Life was lifing. I wasn't feeling good, went to the doctors, came back with a weird diagnosis. I'm still dealing with that. And then I also was told that one of my programs was being cut. And the reason why I decided to come in and talk about that today is because I have been posting some content about pivoting, and it's like, why not have the conversation while I literally have to pivot? And thinking about the strategy that I already have in place, the plans that I already have in place. As you know, I just wrote a book that I literally was getting away from seeing clients, that I have other eggs that are in my basket that are depending on certain things. So I was just like, what is this really going to look like, especially when you are depending on that to do other things, or if it's a part of like your pipeline, right? Hence a strategy. So what I did was I just took some time. Like, I was a little pissed, I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie, I was pissed because it was one that I truly enjoyed. So not only was it good financially, it was one that I truly enjoyed. Not saying that I don't have others, it's just that to have one that you truly look forward to doing, and to find out that it's being cut, especially for something that has nothing to do with the business, it has nothing to do with you, it's just like political garbage, it hits a little different. So my thing was, let's just jump in, pivot together, right? So this is one of those times that I have to make a decision on if I'm going to jump right back in and just start seeing clients all over again to make up that difference, or if I'm going to press forward and do what I had set out to do with one of the reasons that I actually made the move. So in saying this, it's actually a little scary because it was like, oh, I'm actually being forced to do something that I actually teach. And it's not that I'm scared. It's just like, when you prepare for certain things and then it gets slipped from up under you. It's like, what do I do? How do I maneuver this? Blah, blah, blah. You get ready to see firsthand. So first things first, and you'll see some of these videos over on my TikTok, I literally did nothing. I normally would have jumped right back in and been like, oh my goodness, I got to figure this out right now. And honestly, y'all, I didn't feel like it. I was like, I'm not doing this. I am going to relax. It was a crazy week. I was just now starting to feel better, and I decided to just chill. So I was supposed to go get my feet done. Didn't go do that. I was like, let me just do it at home. So I ended up just saying I had already said I was going to do like a salad challenge or something. Just, I don't know. So I did go to the store and grabbed the stuff so I could do that. And then I came back in and was like, let me just do my feet, have a drink, chill. And I literally just watched movies, and I text my husband, like, I just can't wait for you to be home. Like, literally, thank God for husbands, right? Good husbands. So then I really had to sit in and think about what it was that I wanted to do, because, and as I'm recording this, we are actually boxing up the first shipment of the books that are being sent out. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, where does this leave me? And the more that I thought about it, as I even just sat there, it was like everything happens for a reason. Definitely went into a space where I started thinking about, and this is a trauma, I'm not gonna lie, where I went back to where I started thinking about all the things that I had not done, or thinking about like a whole bunch of like negative stuff, which is not good. And I feel like a lot of times that's what happens. Like, the devil tries to come in and steal your joy. Didn't work this time. So I was like, let me just, like I said, relax and think about it. And as I'm thinking about it, I literally had my notebook and I was just writing stuff down as it just came to mind. Because I'm like, again, I'm not working, I want to relax, but things were coming up and I needed to make sure I got them out of my brain and put them somewhere. But one of the things that I remember writing down was that it was not a stop, that it was just a reset, that it was just me literally just pivoting. It wasn't me stopping, which I don't know why it felt that way, but for some reason it did. But it was me literally taking what I had already built and just reshaping it. And by reshaping it, it means like rewording, basically, not because I already have. So for context, I build out my stuff for it's usually like a year to 3 years. So everything that I had planned was planned based off of what was already in place. So when you take something from that, so think about having blocks, right? You take a block from that and it can kind of like shake the foundation. Well, that's all it did. It just shook the foundation, but it wasn't enough where I was going to allow it to fall. So now it was time for me to rebuild that one part. So I knew that I had to come back and be like, all right, let me figure this out. And it wasn't necessarily about changing a whole bunch, but I knew I had to shift my messaging some, which meant that what I was talking to other people about was now what I'm physically living. And I decided I was going to talk about it. So here I am. So not only am I going to be talking about it, I'm also going to walk you guys through the journey, because for the prior to this, 90 days prior to this, I did a lot of work. I was all in. I had finished the book. I had updated the firm's website. I had did so much stuff in 90 days, just being super intentional. But what I'm going to do is actually walk you guys through some of the stuff that I'm actually going to be doing. So there's some content that I have in my phone. There's some changes that I'm making on my YouTube channel. So I'm updating my social media. And this is going to be a learning curve, not just for me, but for you guys as well. So you're going to learn some things that I already know, and you're going to find some things that I don't know that we're going to learn together. For me, it's kind of like I'm shifting, but I'm shifting with intention. And it actually feels kind of good. The first day it was like bummer, but I feel really, really good. I sat heavy in my prayer, and I remember asking God, just to release whatever the negative feeling that I had. And no sooner that was released, I just felt like everything started to make more sense. So I just started, like I said, just jotting down these notes, and I just feel a lot better. I feel a lot clearer, and I'm excited for this season, and I'm excited to have you guys along with this journey. And it no longer includes me including other people, because I think that's something else that has been in my way. So we're going to talk about that too. I think one of the things that has been in my way is that my heart, right? Not just my heart, but what I do. I love helping others, especially business women who are disadvantaged. Even if they're not disadvantaged, I just love teaching. I love providing resources. I love guiding. I love advising. I love that whole thing when it comes to small business. I personally love learning, and I love being able to pass that information on. And I'm a pusher. I love pushing people to be the best they can. I feel like I know that people can make money through entrepreneurship, so that's huge for me. But I feel like that was also a blessing and a curse for me. And I feel like that there has been times where I was supposed to be focusing on me, and I was so busy focusing on everybody else that kind of shifted me, or had me in a different position. And now is that time for me to be focusing on me and what it is that I want to do. Workshops and facilitation, the book, and pushing that, because I'm like, how am I going to do that if I'm steady working with clients? And it's not saying that I don't want to work with clients. There are just certain clients that I want to work with, which makes sense, because hence why I wrote the book. But so many ahas came over this weekend. So I definitely feel like I'm shifting into, even though it's a pause, I'm pausing with power. So as I stated before, you'll be seeing some of what I'm doing now, some of the stuff that I'm getting rid of. you'll see the process of, because if you don't already know, I'm also a boutique owner as well, and I kind of let that get pushed to the side, and let that kind of stay where it was at. But I'm thinking about bringing that here. But yeah, I want to bring you along in this journey, and let's just see where it goes. And I think that I feel good about it. I feel great about it. I feel like it's going to bring me the clients that I want to work with, which are the clients that are mid to large corporations or businesses that have the revenue so that I can help them with their visibility. But then also it's going to give me the time to be able to do exactly what I'm doing, which is cleaning shit up. And I do want to say this because I don't want to sound like that I don't want to work with the people that I've worked with for so many years. It's just that I'm growing, and most people that are around me understand that I have grown, and they understand the space that I'm going into, which is why I am so I'm in a space where I need to, all the information that I have, and I have so much information, why it's so important for me to upload the information to YouTube, why I started the Vault, so that people can have access to all of my resources that I've had throughout the years that have helped me scale, resources that have helped me reach six figures, to get to $250,000. Like those are the things, the strategies that are going to be inside the Vault. And then there's also going to be some free content that's going to be on my YouTube channel, but I have to start moving in a way that I've been telling everybody else to move, but I haven't been able to do that because I've been pushing other people's brand. So I'm hoping that everybody understands that and doesn't get real, funny with me, because it's also, it's my heart. So can't say that I didn't cry about it, because I have, but it's been a long time coming. So I'm gonna go ahead and welcome this shift. I know it's going to be a little challenging, and I'm welcoming you guys into this space along with the podcast, Talk Your Shift. I'm not sure if I'm going to upload the very first episode that was already recorded. I believe there was 2 that were already recorded because we were planning something completely different. We'll see how everything goes. But if you've ever had to shift unexpectedly, then this space is absolutely for you, because these conversations, they're real conversations. It's about real growth. They're uncomfortable conversations, but conversations that need to be had in order for us to grow as businesswomen, as women, as moms, as wives. So let's get into it.